Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the F1 fantasy and which drivers you should pick, which constructor you should pick, and how you can create your team to be sustainable in the future of the sport and in the fantasy league. So if you want to beat your friends at this game, if you want to win some prizes, follow this channel. We are going to discuss every week, every racing week, the strategies, the teams, the which player should be substituted, and which racer you should bring in. So keep track on the channel. Like I said, subscribe, like the content, comment, and discuss eventually if something doesn't suit you. And let's start it. So first of all, we need to look at the results from the first practice today. The first practice, Gasly was faster, followed by two of the Ferraris, Leclerc and Sainz. We have Russell on 4th place. Max Verstappen is with 5th place. We know that Max showed great potential from the tests 4 days ago, where he set actually 1 minute 31 5. I'm pretty sure it was 1:31.5. So these times are not particularly stable, let's say. So we need to think about what is actually going to happen in the qualification, in the race, by extracting the most of these times. So first we need to make sure that we are not so biased on certain teams. So this is going to be a painful for the fantasy. I know this from my personal experience, that if you are too biased to a driver or to a team, you're going to lose points. So we need to, even if we hate some drivers, if they are doing good, if they have let's say strong times in the practice, in the qualification, and we should pick them, no matter if we hate them or not. So first of all, I'm going to pick the first driver for my team, and I think this should be Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly is being so constant and so on point with AlphaTauri for the last year. So I think this driver should be constantly in your team, except something strange happens and he's out of top 10 in Bahrain, which I don't believe is going to happen. I think Gasly is going to be a top 6 in Bahrain because he's showing great potential. The AlphaTauri car is looking sharp. So yeah, I'm going to add Pierre Gasly to my team. And yeah, we have now 86 million point 5 to spend. So I wanted to put Gasly, so now I can put my main driver for this team. My main driver must be one of these four. Why it must be one of these four? Because you need a driver who is going to be at top 3 all the time, who is going to be in top 3 all the time. So based on last year, what happened last year, based on the cars that we see this year, I'm pretty sure it's going to be again Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari. So these are going to be the top 3 cars. This is my opinion, of course. So I need to pick between Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. And based on the numbers here, George Russell is like 24 mil, which is great price for a Mercedes driver. And here is the tricky part. We will never know before the race starts if George Russell is going to be Valtteri Bottas number 2, and he's going to get some team orders in favor of Lewis Hamilton. So this is risky, even though it's quite cheap. It's risky, and I've seen Red Bull, the car of the Red Bull. It's looking very stable. Max Verstappen showed great time on the testing, and my pick for the Bahrain start is going to be Max Verstappen as my main driver. And so for now we have Max Verstappen and Pierre Gasly. So we have top three driver, and a driver that I believe is going to be is going to be in top 6, top 7. This is Pierre Gasly. Of course, at least once, twice, or I don't know how many times Pierre Gasly is not going to be in top 6. This is for sure. I mean, we have McLaren, which are like a bit shaky, but it's McLaren. They have great drivers. So let's continue with the third driver. We spent quite a lot of money. We have 56 millions of a budget. Now we need to think hard about it. So we have two top drivers. Okay, so I'm going to try. I'm currently thinking of my lineup. It's not prepared. I haven't written it somewhere. I'm thinking it live as you see it now. So I need to make sure that I know which teams are not going to make it in points in Bahrain. So I'm pretty sure, by what I'm seeing, is that Alfa Romeo is not going to make it in points. So I'm not going to pick a driver from Alfa. Also, I'm not really sure on the Alpine, even though they have like Ocon and Alonso. I'm not sure if Alpine is going to make it into the points. It's likely to be like a fight for the top 10, but I'm going to not to include Alpine and Alfa Romeo driver in my starting lineup. I also going to exclude Williams from my team. I'm not going to pick drivers from Williams, so we have 3 cars that I've excluded. So I think that Haas are going to throw everything into the first race. We've seen that Kevin Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, they did great times in the testing, not in the practice. In the practice, they've been last. Bottas didn't make any time. So basically, both Haases are last. But we've seen them on not so heated track that Magnussen actually made an incredibly quick time. Magnussen was first in the testings, in the first tests, I believe. Mick Schumacher then in the second test was like top 5. I mean, I might expect that one of these two are going to make it to the points. And by saying this, I think I'm going to include the cheapest possible driver, which is Kevin Magnussen, 5.5 mil, in my team. This is reasonable for me. I mean, I expect him to be very fast, to give everything from that he's capable of, and I think he's going to make it in top 10. So we have, and the price is actually very good for Kevin Magnussen. So give me a second, please. Okay. We need to choose 3 more drivers. Okay. So the next, we have quite a lot of money left because we choose in the Kevin Magnussen, which is the cheapest possible driver, and we are not going to include Williams, Alfa Romeo, and Alpine, drivers in the lineup. And I think that we can squeeze some of the Ferraris in. So I'm thinking more of Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is third from the first practice, which with time very close to Charles Leclerc, and yeah, I'm thinking the Ferraris are going to be in top 5 or top 6 in Bahrain, so I'm going to pick Carlos Sainz in my team. We have 33,500,000 left, and we need to pick 2 drivers and a constructor. So let's see which are going to be 2 of the rest two of the drivers. So I'm thinking that Yuki Tsunoda is going to make top 10. I'm thinking Yuki Tsunoda will make top 10. So I'm going to add the Yuki Tsunoda. And now, as you see, my team is pretty much ready from driver's point of view. My team is quite ready, yeah. I have Pierre Gasly, Max Verstappen, Kevin Magnussen, Carlos Sainz and Yuki Tsunoda. Let's see what the prices of the constructors are. And tell me, isn't that perfect just to add Ferrari as a constructor? I think this is the best possible lineup for the start of the Bahrain. We got all of the budget out, so we are at the zero of the budget. This of course is perfect because we used every single penny in favor for us to get maximum points. And look at this lineup. We have Ferrari, which is, I mean, on the first practice, second and third, they did very well in the testing. They made most laps with their car in the testings. I mean, this is perfect for a constructor. We have Carlos Sainz from the Ferrari. We have both drivers of the AlphaTauri, which are showing great progress. Of course, we have the experienced Gasly and the it's not a rookie, but yeah, I can call him still a rookie, Tsunoda, which is on his day is very fast. Yuki Tsunoda on his day is very fast, but if he has a bad day, he's going to DNF. I mean, he's like a little bit of coin flip, Yuki. But if in Sunday is his day, he's going to make it top 8, pretty sure in that. We have Kevin Magnussen, which is going to throw everything to fight for the top 10 for the points. I mean, this is going to be brilliant start for Magnussen in Haas again. And we have Max Verstappen with the stable car of Red Bull and with the fastest time shown in Bahrain with 1:31.5 in the testings. So I think if you copy this lineup, that you have pretty big chances to beat your friends at the game. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm going to use this team. I have a league with my friends, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to win with this lineup. And please catch up on the next video where we're going to discuss, which is going to be of course after the race. We're going to discuss the potential lineup for the next week and what changes we're going to do, if we're going to do any changes. We are going to gather a lot of information from the race, so keep track of the channel, subscribe, like, comment, and see you soon, guys.